have never been more proud of anything I've made in my entire life.
2023 is my year.
And I think it's about time I talk to y'all about it. Where do I even begin? Welcome to Michele's Craft Corner. Hi friends, how are ya? Welcome back to my channel. It's a new vlog. It's a new day. It's already noon. I've just been doing computer work all morning, got a little workout in, so it's been productive on my end. I'm also wearing all around for when I thrifted this dress in New York. So finally warm enough to wear that. And I just went and did a package run and I did not expect this to get here today, but I'm about to unbox something really so exciting. Something that I made partially, I mean, with the help of a lot of other people. This is my very first look, IRL, finished product, everything all together, at the candle that I've been designing since December. It's been 4 months of a process and we are launching these for my birthday. So actually the day after my birthday, because my birthday's on a Sunday, Monday the 20th. I think this vlog comes out the 15th. So, in a few days for y'all. Oh, let me read this from Bailey. Oh, okay, can we talk about how cute it is that, remember how I almost got a bee tattoo? The girl that I'm working with, her shop's name is Bailey Bee, and all of her things have bees on them, and that's so cute. But I made this. I don't even want to cut one of the labels to see the inside, but I have enough to still shoot. I've talked about this before, but I just really wanted, I'm so picky on candles, I wanted a candle that smelled woodsy and earthy, but that could be year round, because I feel like a lot of the woodsy candles are so Christmassy. We came out with this one, pine, cypress, musk, vanilla, so all the woodsy notes, but then I wanted to make it more year round, so we added salt water as a scent and some citrus notes, and it's just really balanced. And I had my Facebook group pick the vessel. Gosh, it smells so good! I'm so excited. And it has a wood wick, so it crackles and you can hear it. And it's a coconut apricot wax blend, and it's literally hand poured by a small female-owned business here in the United States in North Carolina. I have never been more proud of anything I've made in my entire life. I am giddy. I am giddy. I cannot wait to share. Can't wait for y'all to smell these. Wow, okay, sorry. I did not expect that to come in the mail today. I'm so excited. One thing I do need to do is calm my heart rate because it's going so fast and tidy this place up. Parts of this are really erect. So let's do that. And then I have a whole plan for the next couple days. It's gonna be a good vlog. I'm really glad you're here. Things are tidied. I lit this for some pictures, and so now my house just smells like it, and it's so good. But I'm gonna leave it lit because there's a 55 to 60 hour burn time approximately, and I have a couple for photo shoot purposes, so I can just leave it lit. I realized I only updated TikTok about my duck egg experiment because Instagram was like, hey, whatever happened to the duck eggs? So now I feel the need to update y'all that the experiment did not go well. I was just really itchy all day, and my stomach has just been mad at me for trying that much egg. So I've been trying to be very kind to my stomach. I drank bone broth this morning. I've been trying to drink bone broth a lot more. And of course, I've been just rigorous about my probiotics. For me, probiotics are just the easiest and like most effective way to show my gut love, and the most scientifically backed way as well. And I'm getting to work with Seed on today's video. I love them so much. In the last vlog, I talked about more of the behind the scenes scientific research and like what the more sus companies out there do to get away with having broad claims without actually doing all the due diligence, and then what Seed does differently. So if you're curious about that, I'll link that last vlog down below. But I have never received more messages than I have this last month about people being like, hey, finally took the plunge because you've literally been talking about it for like years now. And so I finally just tried it, and it like I have felt so many differences. Like I've loved the way that I have felt. And Seed, I'm sure you've heard me talk about them. They call themselves a symbiotic because they're not only a probiotic, they're also a prebiotic. So it has this special, super smart cap. They call it a via cap technology, to where the outside actually has the prebiotics, the inside has the probiotics, because probiotics are living. You want to make sure that they stay alive so that they can do what you want them to do. And this basically just helps protect the probiotics on the inside. Some brands make you refrigerate them. You don't have to do that with Seed, which is so great, especially if you travel a lot like me. It's just a lot could kill a probiotic. And so they did their due diligence in this area as well to make sure that it stays alive, survives, delivers to your colon, so that they can be the good guys that fight for you. So just in case you're also one of those people that have been like, Michelle, I've heard you talk about this brand for years, and I think I'm finally gonna try it. Then I do still have that discount, which is just my name, Michelle. That's gonna get you 15% off your first month. I'll have my link in the description box. It should take you right there. I've read so much scientific backing about Seed that my passion is ignited so much stronger. So thank you to Seed for working with me and partnering with me on this video. I'm gonna have that link down below, and I think it's time we run some errands. I think it's time. I still haven't got my car inspected, so I'm gonna go try to do that again today. And I haven't had social plans in like a few days, so I'm gonna treat myself to a coffee out of the house. And then I need to go pick up one more package because the lanterns arrived. I finally just ordered those off Amazon, and I wanna try installing the lights inside of them to see if it would even work before we bother hanging them. But that's my goal. Another day, another matcha taste test. I was trying to find some place I've never been before, and I found that there is a houndstooth at a brand new apartment building, super east side. That's the first place you saw. I was so excited. And I get there, and there's a sign that says temporary hours closing at 2, and it was like a few minutes after 2. Dang it. But I decided to go to a different houndstooth because I've never tried their matcha. They do unsweetened ceremonial grade. -1 points for the tiny ice cubes because those melt faster and water it down quicker. My favorite coffee shop of all time, Blue Bottle, does huge, almost like, is it whiskey that you do the huge ice cubes, because they don't melt as fast. Or at least they used to do that. I wonder if they still do that. They kind of sold out when Nestle bought them. Anyways, I don't know how I got here. Let's taste it. 7 out of 10. Really good flavor profile. Can come unsweetened. Just a little weak. Needed a little stronger. I also have my package in the back of those lanterns. So let's go see if we can jimmy rig some remote controlled battery operated lights inside of those and see if my vision will come to life. Last thing is my new tiny microphone. I've been carrying around my camera and this. We are upgrading over here. 2023 is my year. Okay, welcome to Michelle's Craft Corner. What if I made that a segment? I'm notoriously bad at crafts. That would actually be really funny. It's just me failing at crafts. Okay. All right, here's what we're working with. We got 3 of these, and it came with all the wiring and everything too, which I'm not gonna wire them, but I will maybe use the wires to hang them. And all 3 of these together with all the wiring and everything was $50. Not bad, definitely a lot cheaper than I could find at Target or anywhere else. It didn't come with instructions, but I'm guessing that this goes on top. The little light wire goes through, and then to attach it together, You screw this on the inside? Is that it? Okay. That feels right, that looks right. Now we just gotta figure out how to attach the fake bulbs to a real light bulb situation. Oh, that's a good amount of light. Okay. And my other thought is it comes with this sticky mounting tape, and I wonder if it is strong enough to actually adhere to this as a fake light. Just gonna push down on that really hard. Okay, wait. Is this actually working? I'm not gonna toot my horn too soon. And now let's see if I can get this remote to work. Oh, hold the tab. Okay. And does this work with all of them? Okay, I'm gonna do the next few and then see if, once I have them all set up, if we can turn on and off the lights all at the same time. Okay, BRB. Please work.
I was just a shadow waiting on a
Looks like it.
spark when I saw your face like my past.
I'm curious to see how much light this emits in my bathroom when there's no other lights on, so we should try that. Okay, I've just set them down, but they'll be hanging up here in case you missed that last vlog, like 1, 2, 3 situation. I'm gonna turn off the lights. It's gonna be dark. Oh, gotta turn off my closet light too. Ready? On. Oh my gosh. This is magical. It's like candlelight. Wow, this makes it so relaxing. Oh my gosh. Ears up close so that you can actually see the light that's coming through. Wow. This might be one of my best ideas, especially once they're hanging up here. That'll be so great. Oh my gosh. I'm really hyped up from the thrill of that project, but my dad is planning on bringing his full-size ladder because these ceilings are so tall, which I love. Whenever I get my other DIY project of altering these curtains back, I wasn't DIY, it was DIY hire. All that to say, I need to get to work. I have a lot of computer things to do, but my goal is to wrap up work before the sun goes down to take a sunset walk with Max. So that's my motivation to get on it. Good morning. It is Wednesday, and I think I finally perfected my little morning routine. I think that what works really well for me is wake up, start the coffee machine, take out Max. By the time I get back, coffee's ready. Sit here, drink my coffee, and do like 1 to 2 hours of computer work. Like I cleaned my whole inbox out this morning, made some thumbnails, scheduled some videos, and all that while I'm sipping my coffee. And then start my workout, shower, get ready, start my day. So I'm not really starting filming, except for like right now, until 11 or 12, but I've already got a few hours of work in and a workout and gotten ready for the day. And I really like that routine. So I just finished my computer work. I'm about to take Max on a walk as far as he'll go. Tonight, I'm so excited. I really hope this works out. I'm invited to go to, there's a Museum of Illusions that's opening in Austin, and I get a +1. So I asked Jacqueline if she wants to come with me, and she does, but she doesn't know what time she gets off work because some nights this week she's been working till 10. So I'm hoping it works out. Otherwise, I don't know how late she'll find out, if I'll go alone, if I'll just like call friends, be like, hey, are you free literally right now? But I'm excited to go to that museum with her and see what it's like and maybe grab some dinner if the timing works out. Okay, I'm gonna get up and get moving, take a long walk, and then maybe do a little bit of weighted stuff. Did a couple-mile walk, washed my hair, and I'm drinking some Farmer's Market bone broth. I've been loving this in the mornings, but I've been sitting here waiting because they're doing like this big landscaping project at my building, which I'm so thankful for. It's gonna make it so beautiful. But the engines of the mowers and the blowers and they've been very loud. So I'm giving up. They seem to have calmed down a bit, and I am going to just do a little get ready with me chat because I feel like I have a lot to update y'all on, because as of this morning, I finally have a date for something on the calendar, and I think it's about time I talk to y'all about it. Where do I even begin? Okay, so this is something that I started looking into, this one specific doctor, back in June. So this has been over 9 months of a process, and we still have a few months to go, but I am getting something called rhinoplasty revision. So if you guys don't know, when I was 19, I had rhinoplasty. I paid for my own nose job. It was something I wanted my whole life. I've been very open about it. I loved the way it turned out, and it was like the best investment for me. It was just like, I was acting at the time. I started booking more work because I just showed up into the room a lot more confident. Super glad about it. This last year, well, a couple things happened, but the big thing that happened this last year was I got a really gnarly staph infection on my nose, a big MRSA staph infection. I shared a lot of it on TikTok. TikTok loves infections. It went pretty viral. I'll send in some photos so that we can insert them on screen here, but essentially staph is flesh eating. And I had to go get it drained. I was on like pretty crazy antibiotics. Then I had an allergic reaction to the antibiotics. It was this whole big thing. Since it's flesh eating, it ate away part of the tip of my nose over here. You see that divot right there? It's funny because in the mornings, it's the morning right now, my face is puffier and I don't notice it as much. In the mornings, I'm like, okay, no, it's super minimal. It's not super noticeable to me. It doesn't really bother me that much. Then as the day goes on and my swelling goes down, it's more and more noticeable. And like here, can you see that when I pull my nose, do you see how the cartilage is on this half, but not this half? It's like the cartilage from this part of my nose is just completely gone. And when you look at it from above and below, it tilts this way now. You see how pointy and crooked it is. I first was like, I don't want to go through surgery again. So one thing that I can do, which I'm going to preface this by don't do this, but I didn't know this at the time. I was like, apparently there's something called liquid rhinoplasty where you can just inject filler. And I was like, that's great because I just want to fill back out that point of my nose. So I first went to just like an aesthetic office, and she was like, yeah, so people don't really do that anymore because there's major veins and arteries that run through your nose, and there have been cases of people accidentally injecting into one of those veins and it literally causing blindness. And I was like, oh yeah, I don't even want to risk that. And she was like, but there's this doctor that I have worked for and he is incredible, and he has the technology to like, you know, scan, avoid veins. He's a surgeon. He's not just an injector, so he really knows what he's doing. I'm gonna text him pictures and see if he thinks he can do it. So she texted him pictures and she was like, yeah, he can do it. And I was like, what's his name? And she told me, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's the guy that specializes in revision surgery. She was like, yeah. And I was like, well, within my research, I found him because he's like one of the few guys that like, that is his thing, is revision surgery of someone that's already had rhinoplasty again. And so I have a consultation with him on the books, and it was for like a couple months out because he's the best of the best of the best and he takes forever to see. And she was like, okay, well, he just said call the office and tell them to switch your consultation into a like basically filler appointment, and just you can skip the surgery, just fill out the tip of your nose. So I was like, okay, great. And so I went in for that a few weeks ago, and I chickened out. I was like, you know what? This is not worth the risk. This isn't even a permanent solution. This is gonna go away in a couple of years and I'm gonna have to come back and do this again. And he was like, and I also told him, I was like, another thing that has happened is a couple years post-op, this bump became noticeable on my nose. You can see it when the light hits my nose a certain way, but it's almost like this bone here has just become more and more and more visible. I think I've lost some of the fullness at the top of my nose. It's not like a make it or break it, it's just something that I've noticed. And I was like, if we're doing that, can we just also like fill in this? And he was like, honestly, if we were to try to fill in that, we would have to add so much filler. I don't think you would like the way that that looks. And so I was like, okay, well, I already was kind of chickening out of this idea anyways, just because I know you say you can do it, but I don't want to risk. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I don't want to risk it. And so he said, well, I actually do think that you would be a great candidate for revision surgery. So I started looking into that. And the interesting thing about revision surgery is a lot of times with rhinoplasty, with nose jobs, people want to like reduce the shape and the size of their nose. I want my nose to go back to exactly the way it was when I got it done when I was 19. And therefore to do that, since I have lost cartilage and since I have lost flesh, we need to add more back into it. So it's like a more complex procedure, and it requires taking cartilage either from the ribs if they need like harder cartilage, and or behind the ear if they need softer cartilage. I think that they first go in and they kind of see like, okay, what do we need? Where do we need to build back up? And then they make that call when you're on the table. Then they build back up. So what they would be doing is the little divots, they would be putting additional cartilage there so that my nose is actually a little bit larger. And then they would fill back in that spot with cartilage as well. So it's a whole nother rhinoplasty surgery. It's been quite the process because I have had staph so many times. I've had to go in for all sorts of labs. I've had to do culture swabs. We're gonna have to do like a whole decolonization before the surgery to make sure that I don't get any sort of post-op infection, which will also just be so nice because I should start having fewer staph infections in general. I've had quite a few my whole life since kindergarten. I had MRSA in kindergarten and I've just got them my whole life ever since then. So becoming decolonized should help reduce my number of staph infections anyways, which is a great thing to do. So did I say the date? May 26th? Yes, I think I did. I love how much lab work he wants to do. It makes me feel very safe. So I still have a lot more lab works. I have a follow-up consultation in 2 weeks, and then of course like a whole pre-op consultation. So like lots of meetings with him before we go through with it, and he could have thoughts, I could have thoughts, things could change. But I've put down a deposit. I have saved the date. I'm hoping it goes through. I wanted to be upfront about it too so that I could take y'all along on the process and the journey, because I just think it's kind of interesting. I think it's a more niche procedure. I don't think there's a lot of content out there about it. And I think it's a responsibility when you have a platform, if you do things cosmetically, to be open about it. But I think that there's a lot of people out on the internet that have had a lot done. And then people are like, how did she glow up? And it's like, oh, no, she paid and like underwent a surgery. And it just like kind of helps people have a more realistic, I guess, standard of beauty, if that makes sense. I'm gonna allow my thoughts to decide if I go through with it or not, and I currently am feeling pretty confident about going through with it. My mom was like, how do you feel? Because that's a good indicator. And I was like, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I actually am so excited for it. And I know what to expect in terms of recovery because I've done it before and like it wasn't as bad as I was expecting last time. And now I'm just rambling. Okay, I'm sorry. More to come. I just talked for 12 whole minutes. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna finish getting ready and then we will head out and run some errands for the day. Okay, 2 errands I want to do today. One is literally just for fun, and the other one is for work, but really just for fun. My therapist the other day was like, hey, you should read this book, blah, blah, blah. You can find it at half-price books. I ended up ordering it off Amazon because it was very cheap. I should look it up so that you have a fun book recommendation. It's like, there's like a blurb each day that you read for a year, and it is called Simple Abundance. But she unlocked the part of my brain that forgot about half-price books. Half-price books was my whole childhood, and I have not been since elementary school. So there's one in South Austin, and I would love to get a couple more coffee table books to fill in like the cool coffee table that I have, and just also use to style shelves and things. So I want to go peek and see if there are any discounted secondhand books. Wouldn't that be awesome? Second is I just went ahead and coordinated a whole shoot for tomorrow morning. I leave tomorrow afternoon to go to Boerne for a bit, but for the candles, I want to get really good quality photos for my website and just to post on Instagram and all those sorts of things. So I'm coordinating a very last minute shoot just in my own apartment for tomorrow with my friend who's a photographer. And since it's launching in spring, I thought it'd be fun to go get a variety of flowers to do flat lays and things, just make it really pretty. So books and flowers, both just very fun. Is this nostalgic for anybody else? Or is it just nostalgic for me? Well, here's one option. It's a whole book about birds for $9.99. Normally $40. I'm gonna hold on to it and see what else we can find. Okay, I just found 2 others that I like even more. This one is a gardening book for $9.99. And then I found a used, I almost bought this on Amazon yesterday, Kinfolk table, which is, I love Kinfolk. I have Kinfolk Home, and I actually just ordered Entrepreneur, and now I have table. It's so beautiful. Just the photos and the recipes and everything is so well done. So it's really exciting to find it secondhand. That was so successful. And it's great because these are secondhand, but it's like organized, so it's you're more likely to be successful if you're looking for coffee table books. So first, this apartment therapy book for $14.99. It doesn't have the estimated retail, but this one's clearly secondhand, and I love apartment therapy. Honestly, like interior design books are my favorite. They're the ones that I flip through the most often and feel most inspired by. But I love apartment therapy. I watch all their videos. I follow them on Instagram. My cousin, her home, so cute. She was actually featured on apartment therapy once. They came in and did a whole interview and took all the pictures. So I feel like I have a tie to them. And then this was that gardening book, Wild Creations. I actually can't quite tell if it's gardening or floral, but it says plant care tips, styling ideas for your interior as well. So it has like more bouquet type things, more plant care type things, maybe a little pop of subtle color somewhere, which is nice. And then the thing I'm most excited about that I literally had in my Amazon cart last night, but then thought, you know what, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna see what I can find secondhand instead, is this Kinfolk book. I don't love the like the glossy cover on this, but I might just cut off the jacket, and I think, okay, it's taped. Yes, okay, just a second. Can you see like how cool the linen-y cover is? My grand total was $46, I think, for 3 big hardcover coffee table books. It's pretty good. We need to get stuff for the shoot, but I'm about to hit my caffeine crash. I got coffee out yesterday. I don't need coffee. I want coffee. I just got home to the most concerning looking package I've ever seen. I was like, what is this? Who has my address? But you know what I think it is? I think it's an art piece that I ordered for my bedroom when I like first moved in. I ordered it from Etsy, and I didn't realize the seller is overseas. So I think it was just caught up in customs for a long time. That's the only thing I think this could be. I don't know, honestly. But if it is, I'll be so excited because I've been looking for something for the other side of my bathroom door. So the wall that's in the background of my videos a lot when I film, when I sit on my desk in my bedroom. That isn't just another piece of art, because I thought that would look like too many square things. Oh my gosh, it is. Okay, so I found this like natural fiber art piece. And it's basically a bubble braid. It's just like hanging fibers. Isn't that so cool? I thought it would add interest and texture. Wow, that is a sensory experience, let me tell you what. Well, it's basically nighttime, but guess who got off work just in time to come? Jacqueline. So I just drove to her apartment and gonna pick her up. We're gonna make our way to, I don't remember if I mentioned this, it's like the press night before this museum opens to the public, and it's called the Museum of Illusions. This is not a South by Southwest event, but this is my first South by Southwest living in Austin while doing this as a job. And it's so fun to be invited to, I was just telling Jordy, I was like, I think I was invited to like 30 different events, which is really exciting and fun. But also, I'm about to be, guys, South by Southwest week for me, just personally in my life. It's gonna be some fun vlogs because
Jordy's coming into town. He is on the Ben Rector tour, and it just happens to be the Texas stops. So we're gonna go to some of those. He does have one South by Southwest show, and then it's our 1 year anniversary, and it's my birthday, all literally that week, all within the span of like 6 days. So I've declined most of the events, but this one's fun that it's like right before all of that. So I'm excited for Jacqueline to come. I'm gonna text her that I'm here. Oops, sorry. You look cute.
Hey, I brought your dress.
Oh, thanks. How was the shower?
It was good.
Are you ready for your first influencer event?
I'm kind of nervous.
Are you nervous?
So nervous.
The good news is there's 0 expectations because people don't expect much of influencers. High five.
Do you interact with a lot of people?
No, I don't think that this is going to be like that because I think everyone has their own slot time to just like walk through the exhibit.
Oh, I love that.
I know, and then we'll get dinner.
Woo!
Yay!
Oh my gosh! Is it spinning? Wait, walk towards me. Are you sure that it's just...
Wow, guys, what a fun-filled couple of days. Okay, wait, I gotta explain that little vortex tunnel. I swear, it messes with your brain so much. You start to walk through it and it starts, the lights swirl and your brain thinks that you're spinning. So your body involuntarily like flings itself against the railing. It was so weird. We went through it a couple times and it immediately was like, whoof, like your body just throws itself. I'm glad I got to take Jacqueline. That was a lot of fun. Then she got ramen, I got sushi, which is always a win. It was a great night. What a busy couple days. I'm glad that y'all are here with me, and I'm excited to start the next vlog because like I said, the next like 4 vlogs are gonna be so fun filled. It's going home to Boerne. I'm having furniture come in. It's gonna be my birthday. Jordy's gonna be here. It's gonna be our anniversary. I'm gonna tag along on some of the Ben Rector shows and go behind the scenes, maybe bring y'all behind the scenes on one of those. It's just a lot is around the corner. So buckle up, stay tuned. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks again to Seed for partnering with me on this video. Don't forget Mick-Elle, 15% off, link down in the description, all the good stuff. I love you. I feel like this was a long one and I'm glad you're here. Made it to the end, proud of you. Okay, I'll see you for the next adventure.
So let's take home